Something is disturbing the ceiling of a restaurant in Alabama. Or rather,
Holy
someone. A man, apparently in his underwear, makes a beeline for the door. The mysterious pantsless man finally makes his way out and takes off.
Holy dude, holy.
Leaving the staff and customers stunned.
How the even get up there?
According to police, the man had allegedly locked himself in the diner's bathroom using his pants to keep the door closed. And then, allegedly attempted to make his way through the ceiling to the restaurant's office.
You joking me right now? Dude was living in our ceiling.
Police do eventually identify the perpetrator,
You get him?
but ultimately, despite also allegedly destroying the bathroom sink and toilet, the restaurant chooses not to press charges, and the 27-year-old man is not arrested.
You joking me right now?
She will not give me any ID. She's on my property.
Utility worker Jade Womble records a homeowner who claims to have called the police because Jade is attempting to service a utility pole on her property. And the fact that Jade has been here before seems to make little difference.
It's a private company, and she does not have permission to be on this land.
I was previously there one time before to service the same exact pole. And on this day, I thought maybe she remembered me and knew my duties as to why I was on the grounds. But she told me that I was trespassing at the time.
Regardless, Jade has a job to do and continues to mark the poles on the property until another woman and man approach her. And the situation escalates considerably.
Why don't you get the hell off this land?
Back up.
If you're threatening
I'm
me,
not. I'm just asking you to back up.
Call the police right now. She's threatening me with something.
Videotape.
I was nervous just because I could see the anger and aggression in everyone's face. So really my main focus was to really stay calm.
Why are you doing this?
I'm
Why
just
did
here
they
for the pole.
Which pole's up?
This one right here.
But Jade's calm demeanor has little effect.
So I'm just gonna keep painting a little bit.
Just tell me.
You ain't gonna do anything. You're not gonna paint.
She is praying. My friends are trying to stop her.
What's up?
Girl,
All three, what's
call
good?
the police. The police are coming. Get off my
Don't
land.
wait for them.
Well, then
Get off my land.
Until they get here.
Do not. Let's calm down. You hear her? She's gonna hit my friend. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Please. She took her.
I'm calm. I'm gonna stand right here.
Good, stand right there.
Phil,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
I didn't want things to escalate further than they did as far as being dramatic.
Man, please don't get in my space.
I just really limited communication, physicality.
Here, go
The
inside.
police on the phone managed to convince the three residents to back off.
The police wants us to go inside. They're on their way.
A short while later, an officer arrives.
I'm here for the utilities. The older lady knows that because I came one time before and she stood out of my truck and yelled. I have a videotape of that as well. So really, they just don't want me to be here to work.
Okay, well, let me talk to them a little bit.
Appreciate it. All right.
Finished up with what you
Thank you.
The situation seemingly resolved, at least for now. Jade heads back to her truck while speaking to her supervisor on the phone.
That's a bad part. A lot of times we don't have any clues what if we're going to have a problem or not.
Right.
You know, I don't understand why people's got to be that way.
They don't want me here on their property. It's as simple as that.
It's a simple thing to be able to communicate with someone. Any disagreements or misunderstanding.
Man, please don't get in my space.
I do a pretty good job of being able to analyze a situation while it's unfolding. And I also know my rights as to my working rights.
You hear her?
According to arrest reports, the homeowner is charged with communicating threats and simple assault.
She's gonna hit my friend. No, I'm not. Her.
And the man is charged with assault on a female.
Stand right there.
Phil,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
No charges are made against the third individual.
I felt the need to take these charges out just to make it aware that this is not acceptable behavior and to hopefully see some change within the system and also some protection for utility workers as well. This was a very scary encounter.
If you're threatening,
I'm not. I'm just asking you to back up.
Call the police right now.
And I know that it's other people out there that's going to be doing the same things. So maybe to help raise awareness.
Why don't you get the hell off this land?
To not only to that specific area, but also for anyone else who may have some servicing done at their home and they're a utility consumer.
She's threatening me with something.
Videotape me.
I'm just gonna keep painting a little bit.
Just tell me.
You ain't gonna do anything. You're not gonna paint.
Despite the ugly encounter,
Lisa, coming. Get off my land.
Jade appreciates her learned ability to deal with situations like this.
Calm down.
You hear her?
This encounter has made me feel empowered, and I'm aware of the privileges that Americans have. I am still shocked and disgusted that I had to have this encounter with 3 elderly individuals. However, I feel that I handled myself well, so I'm proud of how things turned out for myself.
I'm calm. I'm gonna stand right here.
Good, stand right there.
Phil,
Yes.
please. Please.
Yes.
In St. Louis, a security camera records Tony Tovar sitting at a bar. When just off screen, a man with a rifle walks in. And when everyone in the bar gets on the ground except for Tony, the man with the gun heads straight for him.
He put his rifle into my rib cage and tried to grab my phone. And I told him this wasn't gonna happen. And I told him I only had a couple dollars left, and that's for my next beer. It kind of confused him a little bit, and then he moved on to the register at that point.
And while the man looks around for the register, which he can't seem to locate, Tony remains unperturbed, despite the shotgun being waved in his direction.
I absolutely felt that I intimidated him. I just ended up frustrating him to the point where he just really wanted to hurry up and get out of there.
But not before finding the bar's owner, who finally leads him to the register and opens it for him, which Tony takes as an opportunity to push his luck even further and ask the man for a beer.
He said, "Get your own beer."
Cash in hand, the man with the gun then heads back toward Tony and leaves the bar. But he is eventually caught and charged with 4 counts of armed criminal action and first-degree robbery. And after the video of the robbery is widely seen, though what he did is certainly not recommended, Tony is dubbed by news outlets as the world's chillest man. And, true to form, he has no hard feelings for the man who robbed the bar.
If I ever met him again, I'd ask him to pray with me.
In Apple Valley, California, delivery driver Charles Amicangelo has fallen into a customer's septic tank while delivering a package.
I don't know if they were digging it or what, but I walked by it and the ground came out underneath me. I'm like 6 feet down, and I tried using these roots around me to get out, and it just pulled more dirt on top of me. When I fell into the hole, I did manage to land on my feet, and as soon as I landed, huge chunks of earth fell in on top of me from the sides of the hole, so it slightly caved in on me upon impact. That's when fear set in a little bit. I just called dispatch. Hopefully they're gonna get the cops or the fire department here, because I definitely don't want to try to climb out on my own again, because like I said, the walls are kind of caving in on me. A little bit scary. It was raining heavily that day, which probably contributed to the ground not being stable. So the hole that I fell in was filled with a mix of water and what I immediately noticed to be sewage based on the smell and what was coming out of a pipe that was open in the hole with me. I'm standing in knee-deep sludge, piss, and pretty sure.
As Charles waits for help to arrive, the direness of his situation begins to sink in.
I really do not want to die in somebody's, whatever you call these things. I can't even think right now. I made the videos just in case there was a cave-in. I wanted my family to know what happened to me. Hopefully they don't make me finish my route. I still got like 100 stops left, but you never know.
Charles is in the sewage for 40 minutes before police, firefighters, and according to Charles, a helicopter arrive on the scene and help him out with a ladder.
Once I was out of the hole, it was definitely a relief, and I was very grateful to be alive. And I saw the resident for the first time, and the resident looked very shocked to see someone coming out of this gaping hole that was in their front yard. And the first thing she asked me was, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Ma'am, you're gonna wanna have this hole covered up though, because someone else could fall in, or a child could fall in, or you could fall in, and that would be terrible."
Here's hoping no one ever has to go through what Charles endured that day. But regardless of how harrowing it was, Charles feels it has changed him for the better.
Anything could happen at any moment. So I am now actively trying to be more appreciative of the life that I have, and not take it for granted, because we really don't know how much time we have left on this earth. The walls are kind of caving in on me. A little bit scary.
At a comedy show in South Carolina, according to a witness, this audience member jumped on stage after this comedian, Steve Brown, reportedly called him out for not laughing. Tamika Lachey records as the situation spins out of control.
Oh my God. I was sitting there, eating my wings, and then I heard the comedian say, "This ain't what you want." And where I'm from, when they say this ain't what you want, something is about to happen. So immediately I put my wings down, picked my phone up, and I began to hit record. And the guy was already on stage attacking the comedian. So I don't know what state he was in, but it was not a laughing state, I know that. And it wasn't good. People were scared. They didn't want anything to hit them, so everybody was like scattering because he was throwing things.
Finally, a few fellow audience members managed to guide the stool-tossing man toward the exit. But just moments later, he re-enters without a shirt.
Oh my God.
Before being intercepted once again and redirected toward the exit.
After that, it was over. They give everyone their money back for their tickets, their food, and then they even give you a free ticket to a future show, which I never went back again.
I actually haven't been back since that day.
According to news reports, the aggressor is arrested and charged with third-degree assault and battery, 3 counts of assault and battery of a high and aggravated nature, and malicious injury to property. Though Tamika's experience is an extreme example, a successful show requires the cooperation of everyone in the audience, a reality that has changed the way she approaches such outings.
I guess they never expected anything like this to happen. But now we know it don't matter how safe a place is, you still need to be 10 steps ahead.
At a mini mart in California, a customer lingers by the counter, asking the clerk about the prices of a few items behind her. But as the clerk then turns her attention to the register, the worker appears to be rendered helpless until the employee grabs the knife with both hands, one on the blade itself, wrestling it from the would-be robber and chasing him out of the store. Despite clutching the weapon in the struggle, the woman reportedly only suffers small cuts to her hand. Thanks to her risky move, the man flees without any cash. According to local news reports, he remains at large, but likely knows now not to mess with this cashier ever again. In Louisiana, a pizza delivery driver arrives at a customer's house, where, unbeknownst to him, something else is lurking by the front door. A squirrel. And its intentions are not good.
Hey, how you doing today?
A squirrel, waiting silently in the corner of the front porch, propels itself into the woman's home, reportedly causing her to stand on a chair and call her husband for help. While the delivery man remains on the porch, apparently unaware of what's causing the chaos inside.
Where?
The woman's husband emerges and finally clues him in.
Thank you. Squirrel got in, I guess. Oh my God!
Thankfully, the critter is eventually chased out of the home, likely without a slice of its own. Two window washers, working on a suspended scaffolding, hundreds of feet above the ground, are being targeted.
He's coming to kill us!
By a territorial falcon.
Recording this? Yes! Yes! Trying to kill me! Stop! Oh my God, this is not good. This is not good at all.
With no defenses
Holy
and no quick exit strategy, they're sitting ducks.
What is happening? Oh my God! Wait. He's not stopping! Yo! This is not safe. This is not a safe work environment.
Fortunately, the falcon, having made its point, finally leaves.
He's coming to kill us!
Some speculate that it may have been protecting its young, as it's not uncommon for them to nest in tall buildings.
He's trying to kill me!
But whatever the reason, here's hoping both sides can find a way to peacefully coexist.
Holy!
Without ruffling too many feathers along the way.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
At a port in Florida, a rainstorm with winds blowing approximately 60 miles per hour sweeps a cruise ship's deck. And his passengers.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
And as everyone scrambles to safety, it's the smallest passengers who are at the greatest risk. Fortunately for this woman, the child is safe in her arms and not in the stroller. According to one passenger, the storm dies down quickly, and the cruise line releases a statement confirming that no guests suffered serious injuries. A good reminder that even the best laid travel plans hold no sway over Mother Nature. At a theme park in Rye, New York, customers are trapped on a ride that's apparently stuck in reverse.
Oh, that's great!
And all terrified spectators can do is try to calm the riders from the sidelines. According to news reports, the malfunction is caused by an electrical issue, for which there is no easy solution.
What a plug! A plug? There's no plug?
Including the ride's emergency stop function, which failed to engage.
That's great.
Two park technicians head to the control booth.
This is why you don't get on these rides. This is why you don't get on these rides, dog. You see?
And less than 1 minute and 6 reverse revolutions later,
10 minutes more.
they cut the power source and bring this dizzying 10-minute-long nightmare to an end. The park later releases a statement saying the operators followed all protocols and EMS workers evaluated the guests, determining that none were injured. However, at least some of the riders and some of the spectators were probably done with the park for the day. A wise choice, because no matter how much the odds are in one's favor, if you play long enough, someone, somewhere, is bound to pay a price.